Here we go. So here's the first page. First one is ask, are the given points coplanar? So we've got VXZ, they're all on the same line, so they will be coplanar, or collinear rather. ZUW, we've got ZUY, I apologize, ZUY. These ones are not going to be collinear, these two are on the same plane, and this one's down low, so not collinear. WVY, so we've got WVY, not collinear. And then WV, anytime you've got 2 points, that's going to be a collinear situation. Are the given points coplanar? In figure 1, we've got VXUZ. These are all on this plane right here, so they are coplanar. We've got VXZW. These 3 points on a line, it doesn't show the plane, but you've got a vertical plane that would include that line and those points. So anytime you've got points on a line, and then another point anywhere else, it's going to make it coplanar. W, X, Y, and B are going to be coplanar for the same reason. We have W, X, Y on a line, and then B on the outside. And then we've got Z, U, Y, and W. Not going to be coplanar because of the, well, several reasons, but the U, W, Z, and Y, these are going to make that line, and the Z and U are going to be off of that. So that's a no. Going down to the bottom. True or false? We've got X, V, and X, Y are opposite rays. This is true. They've got that same endpoint, and they head in that opposite direction, which is very important. We've got the same endpoint, opposite directions. WX is the same as XW. That's true. Doesn't matter which direction you head. It's the same segment. So we're not going to have a different measure of length. ZX is the same as WZ. Now this one's a little more challenging. We have ZX is this line right here, and then WZ is that same line. They've just got different points named on it. So it's the same line. YX is the same as YV. It's true. We've got the same ray. So we have YX is headed in this direction, starting at Y, headed that way. We have YV, same thing, headed in that direction. They just have different names for where they're headed, but it's the same direction. So we'll have the same ray. And then segment VY is the same as segment VX. You can't prove that one. Actually, we can prove that it's not true because we're adding this extra little piece. This one's going to be different lengths. I guess technically if XY was 0, there was no distance, but anyway, not important. Next page. Next page. Alright. So, looking up top, when you have a diagram like this, what I like to do is I like to just label the distances. So this is -2 to -4 is a distance of 2. So I like labeling these distances. It makes it a little bit easier for me to think about as I go through the problem. We have -2 to 3 is 5, 2 to 0, and then 3 more to 3. And this one right here, we've got a distance of 2. From 3 to 5 is 2. So then I'm going to go through and answer the questions. Find AC. So I've got 2 plus 3, it's 2 plus 5 is 7, so a distance of 7. Or you could say -4 to +3 is a difference of 7. CD, I've listed as 2, and then DA, the big one, I've got 9. Again, just adding up those distances, or from -4 to 5 is 9. True or false, AB is congruent to CD. AB, CD is true. BC plus AB is equal to AD. So I've got AB right here plus BC right here is equal to the whole thing. Obviously that one's going to be false because we're adding this extra piece. BD, so from B to D, which is 7, is greater than AC, which is also 7. It's not greater than, it's equal to, so this one's going to be false as well. On this next one, I've got AC, which is 7, and I've got BD, which is also 7. So 7 plus 7 is equal to AD, which is 9. Not true. That one's going to be false as well. Alright, now this one, you've got one figure, several different pictures, several different pieces you're going to use it for. It says KL is equal to 18 and LM is equal to 30. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw it up here. I've got KL and then LM So I've got 18 and 30, and when you draw the picture out, it's much more apparent that you're just adding those two together. So this one's going to be 48. My next one, I've got KL is 24, and then I've got the whole thing, KM, that's going to be equal to 47. When you draw it out, it's a lot easier to say that this is the missing piece, and a lot easier to subtract and get that 23. 47 minus 24 is 23. Headed out to this one right here. I'll draw this picture down low. I've got KL is equal to 2x plus 7, and I've got LM is equal to x plus 1. So 2x plus 7, x plus 1, and then it tells me that KM, that whole piece, is 47. Again, when you write it out, it's a lot easier to say that I'm adding these two together, and it's going to equal 47. So I have 2x plus 7 plus x plus 1. Those are my two segments, and it's going to be equal to 47. From here, all I do is simplify that problem down. So I've got 2x plus x, 3x. 7 plus 1 is 8, equal to 47. Subtract the 8 to the other side, I'm going to have 3x is equal to 39. That'll give me x equal to 13. And they're going to ask me for KL. 13 times 2 is 26, plus 7 is 33. Oh, yeah, 33. Alright. So from here, going down to this next one. So I have KL and LM, again labeled, and then it gives me KM as 30. So doing my very best here to get a picture every time I can. The more pictures you have, the easier your life will become. So I've got 5x plus 2 plus x plus 8. Again, my two segments added together are going to be 30. From here, I get 6x plus 10 is equal to 30. Subtract the 10 from both sides, you get x is equal to 20. Divide the x off, and you'll get, or divide the 6 off rather, you'll get x is equal to 6 1/3. You can list it as 0.3 repeating, but, or 3.3, 6.3 repeating, but I wouldn't. I would leave it as the fraction. And then it wants LM. So I have 6 1/3 plus 8 gives me 14 1/3 for that piece. Going on to the next one. Use figure 5. Now this is a very important difference. It's going to say L is the midpoint. This means it's exactly in the middle. This means these two pieces are congruent. They're the same. And that will allow us to set the equation up without knowing how big the whole thing is. It's much different than the first problems up here. When we look at this one, we're going to take, we have KL, which is 3x minus 8, and we have LM, which is x plus 10. These two are the same, so I can set them equal to each other. 3x minus 8 is equal to x plus 10. Subtract the x from both sides. 2x minus 8 is equal to 10. And then we add the 8. 2x is equal to 9. Or 2x is equal to 18, rather. X is equal to 9. Getting ahead of myself. LM, we just throw that 9 in there. X plus 10, so 9 plus 10. That gives me LM equal to 19. This next one, again, I'm going to draw the picture. I've got KL is equal to 5x plus 2. LM is equal to 9x minus 22. And because they are congruent, I can set them equal to each other. So I've got 5x plus 2 is equal to 9x minus 22. Add the 22 to the other side. 5x is equal to 24. 5x plus 24 rather is equal to 9x. Pull the 5 from both sides. Now I'm going to get 24 is equal to 4x. Divide the 4 off, and I'll get x equal to 6. Once you have x equal to 6, I can take it, substitute it back in there. So I have 5 times 6 plus 2 is equal to KL. So 30 plus 2, 32. Alright, we'll do one more page and then we'll cut the video. So this is page 3. Sketch a concave hexagon hex. Got 6 sides. Remember, concave, it's going to have a little piece that's on the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What makes it concave is right here. You've got a line that extends into, my apologies, into the polygon right there. That's what makes it concave. It comes back in on itself. Got your convex polygon. Anything that's a regular type shape. Anything that's a regular type shape will be convex. It's got no sides that go into the interior. No sides that would go into the interior if you were to extend it. Alright, 29. We've got our big angles here. Again, I'm going to make one so I can label it. So this one right here is 2x plus 3, VWX, just mirroring that one. And then XWY is 2x plus 2, and the whole thing is 65. Again, drawing that picture allows me to see that a little bit easier. So I've got 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 2. When you add those together is 65. So 4x plus 5 is equal to 65. 4x will be equal to 60 once we rip the 5 off, and then x is equal to 15. Once we get x equal to 15, it's going to ask us for VWX. So I have 2 times 15 plus 3. So 30 plus 3 gives me an angle length of, or an angle measure of 33 rather. Alright. The next one, again, I'm going to draw it. Well, I don't have to use this one again, so I'll use this one up here. So I don't have to draw another figure. VWX is going to be x plus 9. XWY is going to be 2x minus 11. And then the whole thing is going to be 70 this second time. So I've got x plus 9, 2x plus minus 11. Those two added together are equal to 70. So I'm going to simplify. I've got 3x minus 2 as a simplification. And then I'm going to add the 2 to the other side, so 3x is equal to 72. This means x is going to be equal to 24. Once I've got 24 for x, XWY is going to be equal to that angle. So 2x minus 11, that's 2 times 24 minus 11. So 48 minus 11 will give me 37 degrees. We'll throw a little degrees on there just to get a little crazy. Headed up, last couple of problems on this page. What is the midpoint of DG? So DG right here is 16 units long. So half of that would be 8. We can say E, or we can say -2, because it's 8 away from both of those two. What is the coordinate of the midpoint EH? So we have EH right here. Again, it's going to be G. We have a total distance from E to H of 16. -2 to 0, 0 to 14, so 2 plus 14 is 16. In the middle of that is G, and it's going to be at 6. It's hard to, I'll write that again. We'll go G, comma, 6. Whichever one you want to use. Find X and the measure of the angles. Alright, now this one's going to pull on some ideas. On number 33, you've got vertical angles. You've got vertical angles. So you know they match. They have the same measure. So I've got 6x plus 2. It's going to be equal to 3x plus 26. I'm going to start to pull everything to one side. So I'm going to pull the 3x from both sides. 3x plus 2 is equal to 26. Subtract the 2 from both sides. 3x is equal to 24. And that's going to give me x is equal to 6. Oh, x is equal to 8 rather. Once I get x equal to 8, I can put it into either angle, and I'm going to get that answer. I'm going to use the first one because I think it's going to be easier. 6 times 8 plus 2. So 48 plus 2, 50. That'll be the first angle. The second angle, since it's the same, will also be 50. On number 34, we're going to have to utilize the idea that those are complementary angles. They add together to be 90. That's what this little bracket right here means. So I have the first angle. If I add the second angle to it, it's going to be equal to 90. So 2x plus 3x, 5x, 8 plus 7, 15. Pull 15 from both sides. I'll get 5x is equal to 75. X will be equal to 15. At this point, I'm going to put it into both angles to get it. So I've got 45 plus 8. Putting in that 15 for x will give me a 53. Then I have 30 plus 7, 37 degrees for that second angle. The last one These are going to be supplementary angles. They form a linear pair, so they add up to 180 degrees. Same deal here, same deal. So I've got 11x plus 6. If I add that x plus 30, it's going to be 180 degrees. It's going to give me that whole 180 degree angle. So at this point, and I'm just pushing things together, I've got 11x plus x, 12x, 6 plus 30, 36. It's going to be equal to 180 degrees. Pull that 36 from both sides, 12x equal to 144. That's going to give me x is equal to 12. Once we've got x is equal to 12, I just start pushing it into the equation. So I've got 132 plus 6, 11 times 12 plus 6, so that's 138. And then this one's a little easier. We've got 12 plus 30, so 42. And that's that page. We'll continue on the next video.